Here we go again. Oh my goodness. So we have anti-black racist Charlie Kirk, who has gone viral yet again. But this time, it's not for anything anti-black. For this time, it's just for him being a lame. And what I mean by that is that there's a clip going around on Twitter where he's talking about he's a whole bunch of younger women in their early 30s are miserable and upset because they were told to get corporate jobs and stuff, and they're no longer in the prime, and they're less attractive in the dating pool. But now, hey, you know what? You got your job and you got your cat, so kudos to you.
We've basically told a great generation of young women, don't get married, don't have kids, go get a corporate job, and it's created mass political hysteria. And then in their early 30s, they get really upset because they say, you know, the boys don't want to date me anymore because they're not at their prime. And people get mad when I say that. Well, it's just true. If you're in your early 30s, I'm sorry. It's like you're not as attractive in the dating pool as you were in the early 20s. But again, you have your corporate job and cats, so I thought you know.
What?
Now, I don't know what to tell you, but oh my God, this is so painful because what they're now doing, I guess it started with Tate and everything, but what they're doing is taking antiquated, outdated, just factually inaccurate sentiments of like the red pill and the manosphere, and they're injecting it into conservatism and right-wing politics. And it's just, it's so dumb. It's so dumb, okay? Because mind you, can we all acknowledge, or maybe some of you don't know, do you understand that Charlie Kirk married the woman he has as a wife? He married her when she was in her 30s. Did you hear what I said? He married her when she was in her 30s, okay? So the question that begs to be answered is, why would you pick someone who's not attractive in the dating pool? Why would you pick someone who's not at her peak in her age? Why would you do that? Why would you choose the lesser of the bunch? Because it doesn't make any sense. Unless what you're saying is, that's the only options you had available to you. Is that what you're saying? And we all know that many of these lames don't like to acknowledge that because it's very much, the pearly things, right? Pearly things who's constantly talking about, well, women who are this and they're low value and they're just this and this. And it's like, do you understand that you're describing yourself? Like, do you get that? Do you understand that you're saying that you'll never be able to get a man of higher value? Do you understand that? And all she has to do is say, yeah, I know. I mean, guess what I'm saying? I mean, it's just like, these people are clowns. And I don't know, I blame the internet to a certain extent because what it's done, it's made people who don't know what the heck they're talking about sound important, sound like they do. Because you have a whole bunch of lames in this world who, instead of becoming just better men, instead of just, hey, don't do that and improve upon yourself, what they have now done is create these groups, these little cliques. And you get these men, some of them, who are just exploiting these little, these betas. And it's unfortunate. For example, when it comes to Tate, that dude, he's exploiting these simps, these betas, and it's horrible. When it comes to these dudes doing these alpha male boot camps where they have them in water and everything, and pouring water on them and talking to them like they're children and everything, and just complete disrespect. They're taking advantage of these men, of these group of youth who don't know any better. And I think that's disgusting. I think that's the same thing that's going on in the political arena, where you have a whole bunch of PWTs. You have a bunch of poor whites who are being taken advantage of by the Republican conservative, party. And, and a lot of these grifters and a lot of these people are nothing more than hired guns. They don't care who wins for office as long as they get paid. That is really going to be to the detriment of society, to the detriment of this country. Because I think it's extremely important for especially these young youth to not be led astray. And that's what seems to be the case. Let me just say this. Every real man, every alpha man knows this, is that when it comes to the dating pool and the marriage pool are two different pools, pimpin', okay? Two different pools. So when he's talking about, they're less attractive, in the dating pool, bruh, if you're a man and you're looking to actually establish a family, okay, you're looking to take that next step in your life, you're not looking in the dating pool. You're looking in the wifey pool. You're looking in the marriage pool. And unfortunately, that's going to exclude a lot of women. When it comes to, their peak of attractiveness, they missed their peak. Every alpha male will tell you this. Every single one. Is that when it comes to the peakness or whatever that, right? I guess their peak in attractiveness, or their peak in fertility, or their peak in, I don't know, before things start going downhill with their age or whatnot. Listen, men, not boys posing as men, actual men. That is not high on the scale, okay? That is not high on our list of priorities. When we are looking for someone to settle down with and possibly establish a family, I'm sorry, I'm not really focused on your peak, of your age. I'm not really focused on how attractive you are in the dating pool. I don't care about that. What I'm looking at is what I recommend every black man to get, which is the book by Shahrazad Ali, right? Understanding what the black man understanding the black woman. But she goes over some of the principles that I've talked about when it comes to, hey, I need someone to be a wife. Okay. If you don't know what that means to be a wife, then we can't even step forward, because there are a lot of women out there that want to be wives, right? There are a lot of men out there that want to be husbands, but you don't qualify for that position. You don't qualify for that role. You're quick to temper. You can't take directions, or as a man, you can't give directions. You can't choose. You can't make choices because you're like, well, I don't know. I maybe want to do this. There are certain qualities that you're going to be looking for, dependent, of course, upon your lifestyle and your religion or lack thereof. Depending on that, what you are going to be looking for in a spouse long term for marriage is night and day from what you're going to get in the dating pool, okay? Because people serial date. They do it all the time. They will be with someone for years and years and years and not even think about marriage. Every real man understands the difference between the socks, as I call them, because once again, you don't put a ring on a sock. I've told you all this before. What is a sock? Put a sock on, right, to comfort your foot. Once it gets holes, once it's, tattered up, you throw it away. You don't mourn over a sock. That's not what you're all doing. But unfortunately, what these lames are doing is they are becoming caught off guard by fool's gold. They're saying, oh, she's so attractive, she's so this, but you don't know anything about her. She could be a devil worshiper. She could be born a man. She could have herpes or something. There's a litany of things. She could have a horrible background as far as maybe abusive relationships, because you have to understand that impacts how she's going to treat and react to you. Some of y'all are getting with these people who look amazing, but deep down inside, when it comes to the core, it's rotten. And then you're surprised when you put a ring on it and the marriage goes kaput because she was cheating on you, or now you on child support because she didn't have any desire of being with you long term. So you're just trying to get a bag and all this other stuff. But I always find it funny that the dudes constantly talking about gold diggers and everything don't have any gold. It's always the dudes who are fearful of catching a gold digger. Oh, she's just going to watch me for money. It's like, you don't have any money, pimpin', right? What are you worried about someone catching a gold digger when you are without gold? That doesn't make any sense to me, okay? So calm yourself down, because you don't even qualify for that hustle. You don't qualify for the hustle. So I think there's a lot of misinformation, such as, with Charlie Kirk. This is foolishness, because the funny thing is that when you look at women who are a younger age, they have higher divorce rates. Ironically enough, they also have higher rates of remarrying. Because hey, they're young, they're, the youthfulness and everything. So I'm like, what are you talking about? When you look at women who are older, they have a longer rate of staying in marriage, lower divorce rates. Do not take advice from lames. Do not take, I don't know, that's the best advice I can give y'all. Don't take advice from lames. These dudes, whether it's Fresh and Fit, whether it's the Tates, whether it's anything else, do not take advice from them, okay? Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. Whether or not you believe, look, she has a point, okay? When it comes to attractivity, all right? When it comes to the dating pool, that's what happens. That's what the data says. That's what the data says, man. Or if you believe. Listen, Lames are going to believe what lames are going to believe. And a lot of the alphas, the crazy part is, the alphas don't even bother taking time to correct many of you guys because they're busy living their life, right? If I hear someone say 1 + 1 is 6, listen, I got too much going on in my life to take time out of my day to correct you. Hey, 1 + 1 is not 6. Here's the reason why. And that's what happens. So you have a lot of these lost souls, okay, who are being exploited, where their actual men are living their lives. And they don't care. They don't care if you waste $10,000 on a weekend boot camp, become a man or something. They don't care. That's the unfortunate truth. And I think many of us actual men, we can't allow this to happen because it's going to fall back on us. Okay, because you're gonna get these lames and they're gonna get into positions of power and they're gonna make our lives miserable. That's what's gonna happen. And don't even get me started with the C9000. But because you all understand. Once the C9000 goes out, oh man, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be brutal. Nevertheless, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like. Well, actually, before I say that, disagreement. I don't know if you have a disagreement. I don't know. Get your brain checked. But if you do, Friday through Sunday, disagreement day, call in. I'll hear you out. For those of you who enjoy the video, like, share, comment. Let me know what you guys think. And subscribe. And that fun stuff. Till next time, guys, be amazing. What are you worried about someone catching a gold digger when you are without gold?